Welcome to my channel. I am Ngelosi Asia. I'm a messenger here to deliver what God and your ancestors want you to know at this very moment. I am a collective reader, so please take only what resonates. And if something does resonate with you, please pray or pasha about it so you can get your own confirmation. And as always, I'm here to remind you that you are seen and so dearly loved. Welcome to the channel. Let's jump straight into the reading. So today I started off with an oracle card that was going to guide me for what the reading is about. So maybe let's read that last. Let me start with the cards that came out. So we had the Empress coming out, and that was being clarified by the Chariot. And then we have the Two of Cups, and that is being clarified by the Strength. And then we have the Queen of Swords being clarified by the Page of Cups. Okay, so let's touch on this oracle card. So it is called Water Your Garden. It says nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. It's a beautiful card. So this tells me that today's message is heavily centered around somebody needing to take time out. You need to take time out to nourish yourself, because when you are not okay, then anything else that you do, you're doing it from that perspective of you not being 100% okay or yourself. So water your garden, nourishment. So there's an element of self-care here. Heavy on the self-care actually. And even in this image, this person is in water. So I don't know if maybe you are a person who does spiritual cleanses, spiritual baths. If you are a person who does, this is a call for you to actually do it. And it will also help you to take care of yourself. But I think above all, you need some rest. You need to take a break. You need it. And judging by the cards that came out, I feel like this fatigue that you are feeling, it's affecting three specific areas of your life. I don't know, maybe let me read what this card stands for so that maybe we can understand it a little bit better. So it says, water your garden. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being. Cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest and refuel, to take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health first and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to just rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes? To rest, restore, and rejuvenate. When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, a day, or even an afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. So beautiful. So it speaks to exactly that. Taking care of yourself, taking the time to actually take care of yourself. And now I understand, guys, because I mean, we are living in the modern world, and taking time out for yourself is not an easy thing. That is true, but it is definitely necessary. And I think this is one of those moments where you have to truly put yourself first. And I remember there was a time in my life where it was hard for me to take time off work. Even when I was sick, I would work through the sickness and all of that. But I came to the realization that, you cannot put something above your own self. Something like that. You can't put it above your own self, because at the end of the day, you need yourself to perform the task. And God forbid, imagine if something were to happen to you. In that job, you would just be a number. You'd just be replaced by another person. So really, really try to put in that effort, even if it's an afternoon off, or taking that bath that you want to take, where it's just some time to yourself, taking a walk, whatever it might be that helps you to switch off. This is a call for you to do it. Okay, so let's get into the reading. So with the Empress being here and the Chariot, like I said, I feel like this fatigue that you're going through is affecting you in 3 departments specifically in your life. And I feel like the first one, with this Empress and the Chariot, I feel like it might be affecting you physically, in the sense that maybe because you are so stressed and you are so tired, you're not eating as well as what you should be. You don't have the time for you to really prepare your meals like what you normally would. And I also feel like this could be taking a toll on your body. Maybe you might be losing weight, maybe you might be gaining weight, whatever it might be. And also, I feel like, say for example, maybe you've got, what are those? Under eye bags. What do you call them? I think so. I think you call them under eye bags. Things like that, where maybe even your hair is starting to get brittle, or maybe you're starting to lose some hair, and that's a symptom of someone being under a lot of stress. And maybe even when it comes to your creativity, maybe you are a creative person and you like to have your own hobbies or things that you do on the side that bring you much joy and even maybe relaxation. You're not doing those things anymore. Because I feel like whatever this is consuming your time so much, and it's starting to physically show. And I feel like it's starting to physically show, at a fast rate, to say that, your fatigue is all over you, on your body, on your face, which is really sad, because our bodies speak to us. They let us know about what's happening internally. That's when we start to see the things outside. Like, for example, I know when you start to develop pimples around your forehead, that's an indication of stress, that maybe you're starting to feel a little bit of stress and it's starting to show on your skin, right? So just for you to be aware of that. And it seems like regardless of this, you're still moving on fast. I think this is something that you've actually noticed. You've noticed a couple of differences in your appearance, but I feel like it hasn't stopped you. You're still forging forward and trying to get all of the things that you need to get done. Okay, let me just clarify this a little bit more. Oh, then we have the Four of Wands. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. Then underneath the deck, we have the Temperance. Okay. So I don't know if maybe some of the people that you live with, whether you live with your husband or your wife or your children or family, this is definitely a big family sort of card. I don't know if maybe they have also noticed. They've noticed these things about you. They've noticed that you're just not doing things with the same passion that you usually do. And it's simply because of the fatigue that you're feeling. And I don't know, maybe in other cases here, maybe the people that you do live with, they don't realize just how exhausted you actually are, the fatigue that you're going through. But with this Four of Wands here, there is definitely that need for you to tap into your support. Whatever support that you have, whether that's family, whether that's your colleagues, whether that's your boss, whatever that is, you need to reach out to them, for them to help you, because I think a lot of them might not even be aware that you're going through this right now. Which leads me to the next pile, which is your relationships. I feel like your relationships are getting the brunt of this the most. Oh, so this might be specific to a relationship, right? A romantic relationship. It feels like maybe your partner is a little bit confused as to what's going on with you. They're not sure on what's happening. So it's almost like they're holding themselves back from you, holding themselves back from truly expressing themselves as they normally would. So they can sense that something is wrong, but it's like they don't know exactly what it is. And it's almost like they're even afraid to ask here. They just sort of avoiding the situation a little bit here. Avoiding the situation, just trying to keep the peace, trying to keep the peace. Because also with this Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups here, I feel like this is something where in the way that you're communicating, maybe you don't have as much patience as what you normally do, and maybe you're quite short with people, and just in the way that you communicate, it's a little bit harder than what you usually do. Because with this Page of Cups being here, it tells me that usually you communicate with a lot of softness, and I think these days you've been under a lot of pressure to do and get things done. So you've been very assertive in how you communicate, and maybe not as soft spoken and as as patient as usual, let me say that. And what I'm seeing here is that in the way that you're communicating, you're finding yourself having to apologize a lot to people for the way that you communicate. And for you, I feel like you sometimes don't even understand where it's coming from, because when you think back to how you communicated with certain people, you don't feel that you spoke to them in a way that was harsh or hard or cold. So people are getting this sense of coldness from you and feeling left out in the cold simply by the way that you're communicating. And it's because they are not aware of what you're going through. With this Empress card being here, you do a lot. You do a lot, and you are that type of person who, by the looks of things, you don't always have someone to support you. You don't always have someone to be there for you. And I think that's why even now it's hard for you to find that source of support. But this is a call for you to try and find support, even from the people that you normally don't go to. This, what I'm getting from this reading here, I'm getting confirmation that if you reach out and ask for help, you're going to get it. You are actually going to get it. It might even surprise you just how much people are willing to go the extra mile for you, because you are the sort of person to go the extra mile for other people. But I think when it comes to you asking for things, that's not something that's easy for you. It's not something that's easy. And I think at this time of your life, you need the support. And I think you must also just check in with your partner, because your partner seems to be a little bit confused as to what's going on. And they seem to be thinking up a whole lot of things, a whole lot of different things of trying to explain what is happening with you. And they're also holding back. They're holding back a lot of their emotions and the things, like really expressing themselves from the heart. of what's going on. So I think if you could touch base with your person also, you'd be surprised to hear them truly open up, and them also expressing that, you know, they've noticed your behavior, but they just weren't sure what was going on, and that they actually want to be there for you. They want to be there for you emotionally. Anything that you need, they want you to be happy again. They want to see you in your comfortable, most peaceful, most happiest self, you know. And and I think they're going to affirm you here that, you know, they in it for the long haul, and no matter what you're going through, they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of it. They want to be there for you. They really, really do. They can tell that you're struggling with something. It's just that they don't know how to speak to you about it. And then here with the communication and finding yourself having to apologize to a lot of people because people are seemingly feeling like you're communicating in a cold or harsh way. And for you don't see it that way. When you reflect back on yourself, it's like, I don't understand why they would feel that way. um, I think that the real answer here to all of this that's happening is to water your garden, to nourish yourself, to take that time out. Wherever possible, wherever things can be easier for you, please choose that path. Ask for the help. If possible, even at work, if you could take some time off, ask for it. I even feel like, let's say maybe you feel like at work it's too busy for you to take some time off. You don't know if maybe your manager would approve it or whatever. Today, God is asking you to give it a chance, to try and put in that leave request, to take time off. And you'll be surprised. Like I said, you're going to be surprised at how much support you actually have, because you need to take time for yourself. And it's exactly like what this reading was saying, that last line at the end that said, give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. This is more than anything, that's the message that is here for you today. That try to take that time out, and God will do the rest for you. God will do the rest. You must just take that first step, and everything else will be sorted for you. That is directly from God. And your ancestors, your angels, whatever you believe in, you are being encouraged to take time out for yourself to rest, and you'll see how different you feel thereafter. But that's all that I have for today, and I'll definitely be keeping you in my thoughts and hoping that you actually take that time out. And thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, and share with your friends if you'd like. And until the next reading, please take care.